just vibe into the music here. Longtime viewers familiar with the Guinea vs. Childhood series might recall, but the computer we had growing up, not even growing up, that we upgraded to in like the late 90s, just through the millennium. It worked, but it had no audio card or anything. So basically we had the beeps and the boops. We got no actual music in anything on that computer. So these songs are like brand new to me. They fit the mood of the Sarbakan's Arcane series, which we are going to start today. Took a week off because, you know, bad dying and everything, but feeling up to returning to stream, so hello. I'm going to keep the music on though, since the sad tragedy. A Flash dying primarily, all the websites that hosted Arcane in the original era dying, means much like Snoozleberg, the original audio files for the music aren't included in this. There's voice at least. I tested and there is voice. And some sound effects, but no music. Might be more by season 2. I don't know. In Snoozleberg there was, so you can imagine that at some point they did improve their tech enough to include it. If I say yes, I would like to trust this content. It just takes me to file not found, see users Guinea downloads mood 3.htm. No music, sadly. So I'll just keep that going, this background thing. Anywho, it's a Sarbakan game, so gotta start off with a puzzle. Simple puzzle, I could just hit play. The kids these days, I'm gonna be the old man and say the kids these days don't know. But the kids these days don't know about the loading minigames that you could toy around with while the primary flash file did its thing. Even Newgrounds post-upgrade, I don't think they can do the preloads anymore, since everything got updated to like HTML5 or videos or whatever else. Okay, where is this going? Is that right? Legs? I think that's right. Pecs, chest, abs. You gotta do the preloads, otherwise you miss out on the lore. It all began with Prescott Bridgman. My father Gregor and I spent a week in Duncan Creek on the coast. Move some of those around. Prescott had received a letter from his former landlord. I think she was called Mary Miller. She owned a Victorian estate over there, a charming place she used to rent to rich tourists during the summer. Unfortunately, she could no longer find any customers because her house had acquired a nasty reputation. Her last tenant, a scientist named Alvin Carter, had stormed into the town's general store one day, screaming that the house was haunted, and then he had vanished without a trace. Over the next few days, the villagers noted other mysterious disappearances. First it was dogs, then cattle, then some of the tourists. The area's folks are quite superstitious, you'll understand. That was more than enough to make them stay clear of the house. Trust content? I just gotta say no. We can't open up music that doesn't exist.
My detection equipment is infallible.
This late 90s quality of audio. But yeah, this is Arcane. They're basically a series of mystery games, hence the online mystery serial. With kind of a Lovecraft light kind of bent, you play across 3 characters. Prescott, Ophelia, and her dad Gregor. Prescott's thing is that he's kind of a paranormal investigator, but a skeptic of sorts. So he's got these devices. This one here hinting where I should go. The well, the cellar. And the longer you take in these games, the worse things happen, you know. Sarbakan, kind of as a brand, is all about not wasting clicks, doing things quickly. They kind of predicted the speedrunning trend that would occur like within the decades following.
Hey, there's something down there.
Now picture right, it's like 2001 or 2002, and you're some child on the internet trying to play this mystery game, this mystery adventure game with limited clicks, and no voices even.
How can I reach it?
No, the rope's broken.
Strange. There should be a hook at the end of this rope.
I'm gonna turn this music a little bit lower, just in case. Just in case it conflicts with the voice too much. What notes do I have? Instructions. Rules of the game. Why not? To introduce it, better than I can. To the episodes of Arcane, you are requested to lead an inquiry and elucidate a few riddles. To properly play this game, you must thoroughly explore each place that you will visit. Except not too thoroughly, otherwise you die. Scan the game screen with your cursor. By moving it from left to right, sound or visual clues will lead you towards another room, another place. When clicking, your character will move in the chosen direction. Picking up objects, inventory, we've all played adventure games before. Duration of the game. Be careful. In Arcane's universe, time runs out with each click of the mouse. If time elapses too fast, distressing events may occur. You must therefore remain cautious and avoid clicking needlessly. It's an adventure game that punishes you. But that's part of the fun, you know. It's not just doing the adventure game thing where you try with trial and error over and over again to get things right, but you splash in a bit of death into it. Time-sensitive death, not just cheaty Sierra-style deaths. You will learn to rely on your keenness of sight, as well as your deductive abilities. If you click thoughtlessly, your character could well be prematurely confined in a lunatic asylum, or worse, be devoured by a horrible creature of darkness. Be warned. Characters. Each Arcane character is endowed with his, her, own features, abilities, and field of expertise. To go forward in the game, you'll be required to master all of those features. Ophelia will gather clues by using her psychic powers. For his part, Prescott will employ his many technical tools, while the venerable Gregor will consult an array of scientific documents or parchments written in forgotten languages. At any time during the game, you may choose to consult Ophelia's diary to obtain some help. Moreover, the diary enables you to save or load a game. You only need to click on the icon appearing at the bottom right-hand corner of the game screen to open the diary. We're in this screen right now. I think we know how to access it. Let me just set this to loop. Because it's full soundtrack video, sadly, it's only 36.5 minutes. Clues. Alright. Give me some clues. There was something. Where was he? To find something to use as a hook. Alright, let's go. We can't go down the road. Can't go to the house. Let's go to the cellar.
Where are my matches?
Matches are right here. And I think your matches are limited, so you want to be... I think they're... I'm not sure. They don't appear to be going down any.
No.
Okay, so what do we have? What do we have? There should be a lamp in here. That's a comma. Oh, there's a lamp. I was checking the wall. It was on the floor.
Impossible.
Impossible to check the prominent chest. Got my hook.
You think you've got a choice, huh? Fool. When the 7 stars are aligned, the 7 plagues will descend upon you. It will be the end. The end, I say. There's nothing you can do. Everything has already been decided. You are lost. Lost!
Nice neighbors.
I love those late 90s, early 00s Flash quality voice acting. It's very Newgrounds. But again, imagine being a child in the turn of the millennium, playing this, and then that guy pops out, starts screaming and wailing, and you can't hear any of it. His lips are moving, his eyes are wild, and you're like, yeah, pretty cool. Hook. Okay, bring me a bucket.
This is nonsense.
We finally successfully sum ancient ones, the power of that, holds in our grasp is all we will. Blah 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 blah. Beware, era of pain. These could be very short episodes. Episode 1 especially is extraordinarily short. But it's atmospheric, you know? And when you're a kid, finding things online, who knows how?
No. Impossible. This is...
Alright, here I am clicking wildly when I'm supposed to be going by ear. Beeps. No beeps. Beeps.
Empty. This is strange.
How do you even interact? Bottles?
This rot gut could kill the living and wake the dead.
Prince of the Seventh Sea. Seventh Sea, so 7. Easy puzzle. Easy first episode.
The Elder Sign.
What?
Not
No.
those creeps again.
Again. To be continued already. Guy Baucher is still active in gaming. Story and interactive design, Guy Baucher. You exist still. You could continue the series if you want. Nothing is stopping you. And it turns out there is I'd say, fairly sizable fandom in existence for the Arcane series and Sarbakan adventures in general. So, you know, we hold the torch. Music that we don't get to hear. They did have music, it just didn't survive the advancement of tech. With the voice. The voices exist. Linda Hayes, that's a girl name. I think there were introductions in the present day with Ophelia in a old folks home or something. Then credits loop. Telling some fellow named Bishop or something in the present day of 1999 about her adventures in the early 20th century. thwarting the cult of the Elder Star. Anywho, you can't see my drop-down menu. Let us do... Open Miller Estate Episode 2.swf. Sarbakan. No deaths on Prescott so far. So let me switch the death counter to Ophelia then. Boopity boop. Miller Estate Episode 2. Chapter 2 has been sealed! Except we could play it right now if you want to. Okay, so this scares me because I think it's sliding block puzzles, but thankfully it's not. I'm not all too keen on sliding block puzzles. I'm going to assume that we are doing this sort of thing. Like, what is this? A pentagram or something? A seal of Solomon? Which means most of it's already solved. Easy puzzle. I was scared constantly, day and night. It was exhausting. Irrationality was seeping through the cracks of our world, intent on corrupting the minds of my peers for generations to come. We had to act. Miller Villa was irrationality's focal point. I sensed it immediately. The entire house emitted an ominous aura of evil. My father Gregor searched the ground floor study. Prescott stayed outside to survey the area. But I could not help feeling that someone was waiting for me. I had to know more. I had no choice.
I must concentrate.
That was a very well-designed house. Make her dance, make her dance, make her dance. Dance, Ophelia, dance. Alright, gotta follow her psychic throbbings.
It is locked.
I think this might be the very first time in my entire life that I've heard her actual voice. I think. At the very least, the voice in this series, in this season. Because I'm pretty sure that by the time Season 2 was out, and I was going back to look at old game stuff of my youth, that you know better computers and Season 2 up. So they had better tech, I had better tech.
Ridiculous.
Womp, womp, womp. And I gotta say, art-wise, the music, I'll say right now, is fantastic. You guys can hear it. It's a shame that I wasn't able to enjoy it as a kid. But art-wise, there are parts you can tell are like John and Flash or whatever, and those parts stick out. But then you have other things that look more rasterized, I guess. Drawn art looks pretty good.
It is locked.
Everything's locked. Pillow?
Ridiculous.
Not ridiculous. I could keep things under the pillow. Though even the Flash drawn art isn't too bad. This is like 2000 or 2001 after all. So the way the windows flapped open like that, if it was a Newgrounds Flash, it would have been like inverse warp or whatever. But look at that, look at those windows. Look at the way they fly open. It's like nigh three-dimensional. Sea cave down below. Again, imagine this, with no voice, no audio. Something happens. Is this good? Is it bad?
Are you too dumb to understand my intentions? Even if you choose to close your eyes, you will have chosen.
I had no idea as a kid what to make of that. She sees the picture, her eyes roll back. She speaks, he speaks. Major archaeological discovery. I love archaeology. One of the 4 major subfields of anthropology. A team of archaeologists has unearthed an ancient Indian mound on a private domain near Duncan Creek. The funeral monument is shaped like a 300-foot snake. In a startling coincidence, a Victorian manor was built precisely above the snake's head 40 years ago. The house owner, Mary Miller, was astonished by the discovery. Ancient Indian burial ground.
It is empty.
Empty.
It is empty. It is empty.
Nothing, nothing, and nothing. But notice the lamp is on, right? That's a clever puzzle. At least Child Me thought so. Could I use the key on here?
It is locked.
But I have a key.
Hmm.
That still throbs. And I don't think I can go anywhere else.
It is locked. The key is still in the lock. If only I could push it out.
Here's the thing though, I was testing this last night, right? And you saw just now. It doesn't appear that I can click on things to use them.
No.
Do I drag? Oh, I drag him in this one. Is how it works. Okay, what about key the keyhole to push the key out onto the newspaper, the classic maneuver. No, that was wrong. And there you have the first view of what happens if you thoughtlessly click too often, as they put it. I think it was a very thoughtful click, but they disagreed apparently.
No.
No? What do you mean no? What's it go to then?
Ridiculous.
Is it? It's a key.
It is locked.
Then use a key. There you go.
The villa's last tenant. There's a skeleton in his closet.
It makes no sense.
We got 2 pages of the notes. Also, that scare cord.
His fingers are clenched around a dagger's hilt.
A dagger's hilt. A dagger's hilt. Could we use it? No, the hilt be too big. Oh, it's got the Elder Star on it. I'm trying to... Oh, there we go. We gotta find the exact right order to pull the fingers open.
No, that is not right.
1, 2... We are so going to die here. Sorry, Ophelia, but they gave you the first weird puzzle.
Useless.
The heck? What? Hold on. I clicked all the fingers, didn't I?
What would I do with this?
Thumb. Other thumb. Other thumb. Okay, I get it now. It's not random. There's a system. I'm being dumb.
The Elder Sign.
So maybe you could use a point.
No.
Okay, there's probably no keys. Use the point of the dagger to force the key out of the keyhole onto the newspaper.
It is locked.
Hey! And then pull the newspaper out. Classic. That doesn't solve the game. There's still more to go when the painting is already bleeding profusely from its eyes. Do we have any mental throbs? Mental throbs? A fetish. A fetish among fetishes. Why does it feel like a puzzle? One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe there is a hint someplace else. London, September 11th, 1924. Brother, venerable friend, glory to He whom we serve for our supreme power, now and for all eternity. I must warn you, trust no one, especially not the Cardinal. He has studied our science for 2 centuries, and therefore he must suspect us. If he should learn that you are at Miller Villa to destroy the stone, there is no telling what torments he would put you through. To answer your previous query, the people who vanished in Duncan Creek most certainly fell victim to the guard of the stone. However, this entity, while terribly powerful, is not invincible. To defeat it, you must place yourself under Caligoth's protection. The idol of Caligoth is in the green room, surrounded by its servants. Beware. Before touching Caligoth, you must trace the magical sign created by its followers. You will then be able to seize the idol without peril. When the deed is done, join me here in England. We must decide on a course of action for the next months. Alicia Blackwood. Okay, I'm guessing it means the Elder Sign itself. Caligoth would be in the middle. Then servants around him in the shape of a star. So is it?
It doesn't work.
Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is useless. No. What would I do with this?
Okay, that's 1. You had to find the starting point. They're all correct. You just need the step 1 first.
The well.
To be continued. So he was holding the idol. Then how did he get from the bottom of the well So up top here, with the dagger in his chest instead. Murder, stabbed, and then died and shoved in the closet. The cave by the sea. That cave probably connects to whatever's on the bottom. What do we get? We got a bucket with a torn note from Prescott. And the well, right? Well, that was part 2. To episode 3 then. Browse for Arc 2, Miller Estate, episode 3. And I think there should be the Gregor introduction. So Gregor time. Hold on. Snipplies. It's a good thing that the sound effects and the voices still work. I don't know why they couldn't include the music in the files. Maybe it was too big for 2001. Okay, so this puzzle. All I can do is turn this around. Oh, I think I get it now. Is this one of those activate everything puzzles? Turn everything off. Because if so, I think I get it. Folks, we are going to be at this all day. We are not going to finish until this is finished. Just somehow get all of the buck teeth in. Always comes a point. There's only one left. Maybe I want to set this up in such a way, and that way. 1, 2, 3, and done. Bam! Puzzle Master. As our investigation progressed, events became more and more obscure. Evidence I had discovered suggested the presence of the Elder Star. Still, I hadn't a clue why the secret evil society would be interested in the Miller estate. The ultimate truth was, as I would find out, more horrible than I could possibly imagine. Cool art, Gregor time, make Gregor dance, dance Gregor dance, dance dance Gregor dance, dance Gregor dance, dance dance Gregor dance. Okay, what's Gregor do? Does Gregor have... Oh, there you go. He's got the magnifying glass. An essay on the theory of the lays by Cardinal Cardi. There is in this world a network of straight lines crisscrossing the landscapes of numerous countries. These lines, which I shall call lays, form an extraordinary power grid carrying telluric energy. Wherever two or more of the ley lines meet, the major lays meet, natal points are created where the energy is particularly dominant. To channel this power, the wise men of the olden times erected funeral mounds, dolmens, cromlechs, pagan altars, and churches at these natal points. To act as capacitors, there are many secondary natal points, but the three most strategic ones are located at Stonehenge in England, of course, at Duncan Creek in New England, and at the ancient Inca's capital of Cusco, Peru. The lays form an immense and coherent network, covering the entire world, a fantastic energy carrier on a planetary scale which, if properly activated, could generate a pulse of unimaginable power. I'm guessing the desk has nothing. The desk does have something. So you do have to click recklessly. You can't just rely entirely on the beep beeps, or the psychic pulses, or the magnifying glass. Duncan Creek, 1924. Dearest Alicia, thank you again for your precious help. Unfortunately, even though you confirm that there is a copy of the famous Book of Seth here, I have been unable to find it. I can't dispense with this tome. Only the Book of Seth contains the spells I need to turn the dagger into a weapon lethal to the Guardian of the Stone. I must find it. Is that the dagger that was stabbed into him? At least I have discovered another passage leading to the underground. There is a secret door, somehow triggered by the library's clock. The portrait hanging on the dining room wall was a great help in decoding the mechanism. Portrait in the dining room wall to decode the library clock puzzle. I must admit that I am worried. I have learned that a man has arrived in Duncan Creek by the morning train, and after spending the afternoon making small talk with the neighbors, I am convinced that it is a cardinal. I'm afraid that you are right. I am living on borrowed time. My only hope is that you will be able to deactivate Stonehenge before it is too late. May him who we serve assist and protect us. Alvin Carter. Set it all the way off screen. You can set it off indefinitely, I think. That was 25 clicks. Yeah. There is no upper limit. Send it off to the moon. Simple pleasures. There's a way out. There's no way out. Is this a clock? Not this clock. The lights work. Nice. This room only exists, I guess, with that transition. So you're the dining room. Are you the portrait? Okay, so what have we got here? We've got this dapper man sitting on a billiards table. A 4. A 4. And is that 4 o'clock? It looks like it's just below the 3 line.
Completely irrelevant.
Is this completely irrelevant? I should think this is an important clue.
Completely useless.
I haven't heard this voice.
Empty. Oh well, I guess my turkey dinner will have to wait.
I could take the plate at least. I didn't get to hear these lines. There's no subtitles, so there was no way to know these lines existed. Candelabra? Can I take this?
Definitely not.
Okay. Hey, Ophelia! How's it going?
Totally uninteresting.
Totally uninteresting. That is your own daughter.
Strange idea.
So she's exploring the well. You could turn the lights off. That's
The moonlight is almost as bright as an electric bulb.
I had to sort through this puzzle. all on my own some, right? And they just straight up tell you here, use the moonlight and the shiny plate. Ooh, gem. Is that it? So it's not to shatter onto the painting? 4, 4, and 4 o'clock. Hey, Ophelia. Just at your own daughter, this guy.
A wrought glass chandelier. It seems to be made of real diamonds.
Does that do anything important for the painting? There's a painting in the painting. What if I turn the lights off again?
A wrought glass chandelier. It seems to be made of real diamonds.
And I can't point the plate back at it because it no longer exists. Can I move this? Think about it. Okay, alright. Gotta get moving then. This is the clock, right?
Useless.
There's no place else I can go.
There is some sort of mechanism with that globe.
Okay, so because this is Duncan, this is Lovecraft country, I'm going to assume that the Miller Estate in Duncan Creek is on the East Coast someplace. And then there's Cusco. How do I spin the globe? There's Hawaii. There's Palau someplace around here. Northern Marianas. On a little chain that leads back up to here. And then Stonehenge.
Blast my light! It's opening!
The Book of Seth, that was easy. So, we don't even need to do anything else then. Ophelia's got the dagger, we got the Book of Seth, and so we could go join up with Prescott. And that'll be everything together, right? There's no clues! Return to game. Do I put the diamond in the diamond? Can I open it? I can't open it? There's nothing else to do, is there? The ladder can't move anymore. Oh, I can move. Oh! Move the ladder, then I come up.
It seems as though there is some sort of gemstone missing here.
Got it. Here's one. And the last is from the book. Take the diamond out. But it should be on 4, right? The painting in the dining room was a clue, but everything was on 4.
Ah, there it is.
Hold on. Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a 4, and that's a 4. And that is 4 o'clock on the dot. I don't see what else could be relevant here. He's even got 4 fingers out. Everything is saying 4. 4 eyes, 4 o'clock, 4 of diamonds, 4 fingers, 4 masts.
uninteresting.
What if I turn the light off? And then use candelabra.
What a strange idea.
Ophelia, help your dad out. Okay, that's actually pretty eerie. There's another book.
I do not want to read this now.
Duncan Creek Guide by Georges McLean, Notary at Law. The coast used to be considered unsafe for navigation. However, one must remember that some of Duncan Creek's inhabitants were remorseless criminals, and that many of the shipwrecks may have been caused intentionally. Smugglers and pirates hid their loot in caves along the cliff, some natural, some man-made, which formed a huge underground complex. These caves are connected with several of the villas standing on top of the cliff. There is little doubt that parts of the network have subsisted to this day. Oh, that's just lore. That's not going to help me out here. Essay on theories of the lays. That just tells me Cusco, Duncan Creek, and Stonehenge. Copy of the famous Book of Seth. Unable to find it, we have it now. Another passage leading underground. A secret door, triggered by the library clock. Portrait hanging on the dining room wall was a great help in decoding the mechanism. Portrait in the dining room hall. Again, what more is there? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4.
Completely irrelevant.
I don't know if that's true, man. I think that's very much relevant. I'm gonna start counting things. There were 2 buttons and 2 handles. Could it be that 44 is what's important? Hold on. It should be after 4. $45. 44.
No, it's not the right time.
Maybe it was 3:44?
No, it's not the right time.
It should just be on 4 then. Because everything's at 4. 4:04? Wait, hold on. 04 would be up here. 5, 10, 15.
No, it's not the right time.
The right time should just be 4. And then what? How do I light up the other diamonds? Think, Guinea, think. Are there different portraits? Is it one portrait for each diamond? Because there's these
Totally
2.
uninteresting.
No. Those don't matter.
A wrought glass chandelier. It seems to be made of real diamonds.
Real
What a
diamonds!
strange idea.
So it's all down to this then, and I can't use a candelabra? I'm assuming the candelabra is to light my way down to the secret passage. Then what do I do with this? If I squint really hard, it kind of looks like maybe that's not perfectly on midnight. Like, maybe it's a little bit off to the side. So maybe that's like 401, 3, 4, 5, then 6 down below. I have learned in his last stream that Punchy would be terrible at puzzles like this because he doesn't know how to read analog clocks. He's not that much younger than me. But I guess, era of digital clocks. Mostly, we learn analog clocks in math class, grade school math class. And every classroom has an analog clock on the wall. Maybe it's different in London. What if it's...
No, it's not the right time.
No, it's not the right time.
No, it's not the right time. No, it's not the right time. No, it's...
Okay, what if I go back? Let's go back and see if I have it in the correct orientation. If it's shorthand on the 4, longhand on the noon. It is. That is shorthand on the 4, longhand in the vicinity of midnight. But what else do I do here? What else do I do? I've already got access to these 2 or 3 rooms too, don't I? Okay. Can't be wasting so much time.
completely irrelevant.
That's just that. Are there other clues maybe, like...
Totally uninteresting.
Alright, he's angry, he's coming. 1924? Wouldn't fit on the clock. Duncan Creek Guide. Is there anything here that might be useful? Because all it tells me is that there are underground caves on the coast. There's no numbers or anything. And there's no other books. This is a puzzle indeed. I've tried aiming both at 4, right?
No, it's not the right time.
Clue? Oh my goodness, really? Really? The clock read 4, only 8 hours till 12 midnight. Is that the solution for 8 and 12? Because there is no way to figure that out on the game itself. The numerology that the Quebecois expect you to know. 8 hours until midnight. You see, the clock said 4, the billiards ball said 4, and the 4 of diamonds said 4. That must mean 4, 8, 12. And then candelabra have a... What's still going on? It's not over yet? It's not over yet. And the gardener's already awake.
Definitely not.
Okay, we got ourselves a Gears puzzle. So that spins that, right? Okay, that works. We gotta get your movement over to here. Doesn't spin that one. Are you sure? 'Cause that'll hit those two, right? He's a-comin'. No? Maybe it's here instead. This can't be right. This fits, that works. This might fit here. Any place else I could put it? That almost could. These two connect, but nothing joins here. And that could almost do. Okay, alright. Hey, got it. Now where's my outs? Where's my outs? Where's my outs? There's my outs. We just go in here now, right?
An old freight elevator.
So, could we use the old freight elevator to squeeze in, right? Oh, there it is. There's a crowbar. The extra tension just by adding those timed clicks. Then complete. To be continued. So pretty amazed. That's 3 episodes and no deaths so far. But this next one, I remember the next part being rather difficult. In childhood, it was the back end part that was really tough because you got like a labyrinth coming up and you gotta put everything you learned together. But in adulthood, trying to replay it on like wonky old Flash websites that were hosting it, something about the timing must have been messed up with the advancements of technology. Like how in Leisure Suit Larry 3, Passionate Patty in Pursuit of the Pulsating Pectorals, the part where Larry has to work out, and how many reps you have to do is based on your computer speed. And so if it was too fast, you would have to do 1 billion workouts. But you know, since then, God versions and all, they've made it so you only have to do like 12 repetitions each. And I'm thinking maybe that kind of problem is what the next chapter has. Because it's a part where you're supposed to assemble a ladder. And if you're wasteful on clicks, then the waves come up and wash the ladder away. But if you take too long, the waves come up and wash the ladder away. And the last time I tried to play it in adulthood, it felt like the waves were coming up every second. And that can't be right. That is definitely not the way it worked as a kid. This is 3, right? So on to episode Miller Estate episode 4. Sarbakan, incredible Sarbakan, who went on from Arcane and Steppenwolf to make, I don't know, SpongeBob games or something, Mickey Mouse games. It really is tragic. These guys are like on top of the industry. Okay, what are these triangular puzzles? There's no greens on here, so going to be blue or red? No, they switch everything else around! Oh, that hurts me in the stomach. Okay, at the very least this must be right. Oh look! There's so much correct so far already. And then I break it. Oh, they just had to complicate it, didn't they? No! We could just press play and it goes in. Wait. You could just press play and it goes in. And you get the same lore. Is there no reason then to do the puzzle anymore? Is this a cracked version? Oh well, I guess he skipped the puzzle. My father was a wise man. From what we saw at the villa, he quickly inferred that we were indeed up against the Elder Star, a secret society led by one of those terrible men who deliberately defy the heavens. Ironically, this one called himself Cardinal. My psychic powers had given me visions of this man, but I had yet to grasp his final intentions. It is so hard to understand what drives a man who consciously chooses a side of evil.
I must concentrate.
Alright, we have the dagger, the fetish, and half a torn piece of paper. Good luck, it's up. Is it just Alvin Carver? A stone. A hint, maybe?
There is something at the bottom of this cliff. I know it.
See, Gregor didn't have to do that whole puzzle with the clock. He could have come outside and taken the stairs down. It goes to the exact same place. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this.
How can I reach this opening?
You see what I mean? I just gotta do that all the time. Forget the final boss. This is the final part of Season 1, right? But forget the final boss. This is the actual final boss of the season. They have specific places they have to go to. This is really like the low point of this season. They could have made it where any qualifying bit can fit.
No, that is not right.
No, grab no! It was my Ophelia! Why'd you pick it up? Last one. First time. Okay, let me pause it.
Is someone there?
Ophelia! But how did you get here? Where are we?
It seems that we're in an ancient tunnel, well into the cliff. What have you found out?
I discovered a secret passageway under the villa. I thought I was trapped until I stumbled into a strange vault.
We have to play everybody. We have to play everyone and get it all correct the first time through. Okay, that opens that, but I can't leave, can I? A gun.
A massive hearse blocked my way.
Do I use a gun to prop this open? Ah, so we need like a thing to connect that. But I see no such thing. Gun. Gun. Nothing else here will do, will it?
I saw a burning torch. Someone else had been there before me.
So we see the torch. This is pretty much the extent of what I can do. That's pretty much it. This doesn't have the tab trick. You can't hold tab to illuminate things. They've learned after Mr. Snoozleberg. Was this before or after Snoozleberry, though? Because I think this is 1999, right? It's a copyright said so. I think it was 2000, actually. I can't take the torch. Could I shoot yon torch? Could I light the paper? Could I light the paper? No. Okay, Clue, what's up? Who could have thought of such a strange way to use such a weapon? A strange way to use such a weapon. Do I shoot it? Shoot the chain. Stick the gun in the hole. Stick the gun in the hole. To clog it. Jam it. Jam it!
And here I am. Did you...
Ophelia!
Dad, no!
Ophelia, what's wrong?
Father is in danger somewhere within these tunnels. Prescott, I feel the presence of a malevolent creature nearby. Hurry, we must find my father before this monster does.
Calm down. As I always say, my detection equipment is infallible. If a so-called supernatural being is strolling about, my machine will warn us.
I don't know, it took too much time. Kind of comes the labyrinth. Okay, you want to avoid the creature. So Ophelia and Prescott were there, but because they're controlling Prescott by then, we'll count this as a Prescott death. Where's the play again going to be? Okay, it's right over here. Dead end.
I don't know what it is, but it's getting closer.
I will say it's a nice kindness that it lets you skip to the labyrinth part. Oh, hello.
Over here!
We found him!
I'm stuck!
Dr. McDermott?
Father, are you safe?
Yes, for the moment. But get me out of here!
See, Sarbakan knew their
You
stuff.
should have taken the stairs.
Prescott, that's exactly what I said. But see, Sarbakan knew their stuff. This is a very complex final chapter for this season. You have the somewhat unfair ladder puzzle that keeps washing away on you. And then you have all this.
Those bells! Hurry! I will not be able to hold on much longer!
Okay, basically you're removing parts on them. Why'd you put them all back on? Prescott! See, all you're doing is peeling off the one on top, which is why I thought this was one. But why'd you just dump them all right back on top of him?
About time.
Alright, now the whole gang's back together. The Elder Star.
Here we are. This is the villa's old well. According to the books I studied in the library, lays cross precisely here. They create a formidable carrier network for telluric energy. And I believe that this energy is concentrated into this black stone. This contraption is obviously the work of the Elder Star. But what is its purpose?
What is his purpose? Is it on me now? Do I use a book?
No. I will use this later.
Could we put these together? We use a dagger? The stone.
No. I will use this later.
This appears to be Gregor's side now. Clues? Finders keepers. The writings should enlighten the weapons and symbols of good. The book, right? Finders keepers, so maybe... But then Ophelia found both of these. Ophelia gets the fetish? No?
I must concentrate.
Oh, we gotta do everything all over again. I'm not sure if I should count that as an Ophelia death or a Gregor death, because the voiceover was Greg's voiceover, but Ophelia's when it got chopped. I guess I'll count that as an Ophelia chomping. I think this part might be optional. Just lets you know there's a stone in the well. So how did it skip to the labyrinth last time? Was that because
There is something at the bottom of this cliff.
did it take something?
I know it.
Or do you lose a checkpoint when you're down there?
How can I
Do
reach
this
this
again.
opening?
Ooh, first time go.
Is someone there?
Been very cinematic as other
Ophelia.
stories cross together
But
again.
how did you get here? Where are we?
It seems that we are in an ancient tunnel, well into the cliff. What have you found out?
I discovered a secret passageway under the villa. I thought I was trapped until I stumbled into a strange vault.
And here I am. Did you...
Ophelia!
Ophelia, what's wrong?
Father is in danger somewhere within these tunnels. Prescott, I feel the presence of a malevolent creature nearby. Hurry, we must find my father before this monster does.
Calm down. As I always say, my detection equipment is infallible. If a so-called supernatural being is strolling about, my machine will warn us.
I don't know what it is, but it's getting closer.
Gregor, no! Da-dan, da-dan. Da-dan, da-dan. I can't go back? I had no choice, I couldn't go back. Was it a mistake then? Where it skipped to the labyrinth the last time I
Something at the
died?
bottom of this cliff. I know it.
I must have made some kind of mistake then. For it to skip back to the labyrinth.
How can I reach this opening?
Get in.
No, no. Is someone there?
This is gonna take a while.
Ophelia! But how did you get here? Where are we?
It seems that we are in an ancient tunnel, well into the cliff. What have you found out?
That
I
eye
discovered a
contact.
secret passageway under the villa.
You can draw
I
a
thought I
line
was trapped
with the
until I
pupils.
stumbled into a strange vault.
Instinctively, he just knows exactly where to go and what to do.
And here I am. Did you...
Ophelia!
Ophelia?
Ophelia, what's wrong?
Father is in danger somewhere within these tunnels. Prescott, I feel the presence of a malevolent creature nearby. Hurry, we must find my father before this monster does.
He could have
Calm
avoided all
down.
this. He didn't
As I
have to
always
solve
say,
the
my
plot
detection
riddle.
equipment is infallible. If a so-called supernatural being is strolling about, my machine will warn us.
Not that end, dead end.
I don't know what it is, but it's getting closer.
Over here! I'm stuck!
Okay, so it seems like you want to bear right.
Dr. McDermott?
Father, are you safe?
Yes, for the moment. But get me out of here!
You should have taken the stairs.
Yes, yes, you should have.
About time.
Look, that was an in-depth puzzle for 2000.
Here we are. This is the villa's old well. According to the books I studied in the library, lays cross precisely here. They create a formidable carrier network for telluric energy. And I believe that this energy is concentrated into this black stone. This contraption is obviously the work of the Elder Star. But what is its purpose?
So Finders Keepers is a clue. Finders Keepers, the writing should enlighten the weapons and symbols of good. Also, this is mostly an admin thing, but I'm going to count the death counter, not for who dies in the cutscene, but for who's in control at the time. Because everyone's going to die if somebody dies anyway. Finders Keepers, and you had both.
No, I will use this later. No, I will use this later. No, I will use this later.
You don't put on the ground. You just stack them? No. You get so few opportunities here. Oh no, save and load. Save and load are not working good. I was just use a bird. They work here. That crunch is so loud. I go rewind? Or does rewind go all the way to the start? It goes all the way to the start. Not that it matters. Because it goes to the start anyway. Da-da-da. So for the ladder you want speed. For the maze you want to bear right.
Concentrate. There is something at the bottom of this cliff. I know it. How can I reach this opening?
It just bypassed the puzzle. We got the... Okay.
Is someone...
Alright.
Ophelia! But how did you get here? Where are we?
It seems that we are in an ancient tunnel, well into the cliff. What have you found out?
You know what? I am all for the ladder
discovered a
skip.
secret passageway under the villa. I thought I was trapped until I stumbled into a strange vault.
And here I am. Did you...
Ophelia!
Ophelia! Actually getting cold.
Ophelia,
Almost feels like autumn.
what's wrong?
Father is in danger somewhere within these tunnels. Prescott, I feel the presence of a malevolent creature nearby. Hurry, we must find my father before this monster does.
Calm down. As I always say, my detection equipment is infallible. If a so-called supernatural being is strolling about, my machine will warn us.
I don't know what it is, but it's getting closer.
That is on Prescott's side.
I must concentrate.
We're gonna be
There
here for a
is
bit.
something at the bottom of this cliff. I know it.
Okay. Can I do a ladder skip again?
How can I reach this opening? No, that is not.
No ladder skip. Okay, they're not specified then. For each one, they're swampy sometimes.
Is someone there?
Ophelia! But how did you get here? Where are we?
It seems that we are in an ancient tunnel, well into the cliff. What have you found out?
I discovered a secret passageway under the villa. I thought I was trapped until I stumbled into a strange
Excuse me?
vault.
Coconut tea burps.
and here I am. Did you...
Ophelia!
Ophelia.
Ophelia?
Amazing. And then
What's
fall
wrong?
that height
Father
at
is
his
in
age.
danger somewhere within these tunnels. Prescott, I feel the presence of a malevolent creature nearby. Hurry, we must find my father before this monster does.
Calm down. As I always say, my detection equipment is infallible. If a so-called supernatural being is strolling about, my machine will warn us.
No music. Dead end? Dead end? So, I know where that is. So you just bear right. Bear right, and then skip the first branch off. Then keep going to the exit.
Over here! I'm stuck!
Dr. McDermott?
Father, are you safe?
Yes, for the moment. But get me out of here!
You should have taken the stairs.
About time.
And what on earth do I do for this part? I can't combine these.
No, that is not right.
Should be. Should I combine them before I go in? One must use a path of least resistance. See, I think that's trying to tell me just go where the monster isn't. But there very clearly is a correct path to go. And I really wish you could open these notes or combine them and same for the book.
Here we are. This is the villa's old well. According to the books I studied in the library, lays cross precisely here.
Any
They
other
create
hints?
a formidable carrier network for telluric energy. And I believe that this energy is concentrated into this black stone. This contraption is obviously the work of the Elder Star. But what is its purpose?
So the book is right there. Read the book and tell me. Finders, keepers. The writing should enlighten the weapons and symbols of good. The writing should enlighten. I have a book that I can't read and 2 notes that I cannot read. Do I just talk to them? No. Finders keepers.
Look what I found.
And then you found this.
I found this piece of paper.
That's how you combine them?
No sense.
It makes no sense. I can't read it.
No, this is not the time.
This is not the time. So it's back to Prescott now. Dagger.
No, this is not the time. No, this is not the time. No, this is not the time.
No, I'm listening.
Been dead. You know, I think I will count these as Ophelia deaths, because you got the voices which you roll out. So those 3 Gregors are probably more accurately the Ophelias. mind goes to the beginning. If I wait... Fine, I'll play again.
I must concentrate. There is something at the bottom of this cliff. I know it.
So I put the pages together. Then you have a whole page. But I still can't
How
read
can I
these.
reach this opening?
You know, there's no reason for any of these to be particular. Corner piece or side piece, but beyond that. They're not exactly specific.
Is someone there?
Ophelia! But how did you get here? Where are we?
It seems that we are in an ancient tunnel, well into the cliff. What have you found out?
Into the cliff,
I discovered a
because
secret
they're
passageway
under the well.
villa. I thought I was trapped until I stumbled into a strange vault.
And here I am. Did you...
Ophelia!
We're gonna watch him fall down so many times today.
Father is in danger somewhere within these tunnels. Prescott, I feel the presence of a malevolent creature nearby. Hurry, we must find my father before this monster does.
Calm down. As I always say, my detection equipment is infallible. If a so-called supernatural being is strolling about, my machine will warn us.
They're right. Skip the first.
I don't know what it is, but it's getting closer.
And that can't be right. That's supposed to be the way through. Okay, now I'm lost. Alright.
I must concentrate.
So, I guess for simplicity's sake, I have to take the first at end.
There is something at the bottom of this cliff. I know it.
Maybe it's a somewhat medieval base.
How can I reach this opening?
Get in there.
Is someone there?
Ophelia! But how did you get here? Where are we?
It seems that we are in an ancient tunnel, well into the cliff. What have you found out?
I discovered a secret passageway. I thought I was trapped until I stumbled into a...
Can I skip dialogue that way? By opening and closing Ophelia's diary?
And
here I am. Ophelia!
No, nothing skipped here. I think it just cuts out the dialogue, but otherwise...
Father is in danger somewhere within these Prescott. Hurry, we...
Come.
Yeah, that just cuts out the audio. There's no cutscene skip. So bear right, take the first dead end. Oh no, that's a dead end.
I don't know what it is, but it's getting closer.
So it's not a medieval maze. The maze is absolute.
Over here! I'm stuck!
Dr. McDermott?
Father, are you safe?
Yes, for the moment. But get me out of here!
You should have taken the stairs.
Use.
About time.
Wait, now for this bit.
Here we are. This is the villa's old well. According to the books I studied in the library, lays cross precisely here. They create a formidable carrier network for telluric energy. And I believe that this energy is concentrated into this black stone. This contraption is obviously the work of the Elder Star. But what is its purpose? Look what I found.
And it has to be in the proper order.
I found this piece of paper.
This makes no sense.
And then you got a book too.
No, I will use this later.
I wish I could read this.
No, this is not the time.
No, not immediately.
No, I will use this later. No, I will use this later. No, I will use this later.
No, not immediately.
No, this is not the time.
No, not immediately.
Ended.
I must concentrate.
I forgot to test the save and load system.
There is something at the bottom of
I'm
this
so
cliff.
used to not working with
I
just
know
Newsabird. You know what? Let's test it early. Because if the save and load is going to work, then it's going to work everywhere, right?
How can I reach this opening?
Whew.
Is someone
So
there?
much tea.
Ophelia! But how did you get here? Where are we?
It seems that we are in an ancient tunnel, well into the cliff. What have you found out?
I discovered a secret passageway under the villa. I thought I was trapped until I stumbled into a strange vault.
Okay, now save. Cookies must be activated. Here's the rough thing though. I don't think this Adobe Flash Player 32 debug tool has cookies. So I think that confirms what I thought with Mr. Snoozleberg, that if you want to save, it's gotta be with cookies. That cookies were how they're doing it. Which means you gotta play this in a browser with cookies activated. Which means you have to use a legacy version of some browser. Netscape Navigator, or very early Internet Explorer or something. Yeah, there's no loads. I saved. But there's no load, because there's no cookies. It gave the command to save if cookies, but there's no cookies, there's nothing to load from. It's kind of a shame though that this debug tool, or Flash, doesn't have like emulating cookies to see how and if cookies work for the program.
And here I am. Did you... Ophelia!
It's back in the name, right? It's just like Mr. Snooze the Bird.
Father is in danger somewhere within these tunnels. Prescott, I feel the presence of a malevolent creature nearby. Hurry, we must find my father before this monster does.
Calm down. As I always say, my detection equipment is infallible. If a so-called supernatural being is strolling about, my machine will warn us.
What about the emulator on Archive, on the Internet Archive, that both emulates Flash, you can play these online, and is also on a browser.
Over here! I'm stuck!
Will that work? For sakes, I wonder.
Father, are you safe?
Yes, for the moment. But get me out of here!
You should have taken the stairs.
Who keeps putting long black hairs in my teeth? It's not funny.
About time.
All these bits where it has a pop-up saying, do you want to trust this thing? Would have
Here
been
we
different
are.
music this is being pulled
This is
from.
the villa's old well. According to the books I studied in the library, lays cross precisely here. They create a formidable carrier network for telluric energy. And I believe that this energy is concentrated into this black stone. This contraption is obviously the work of the Elder Star.
I mean, the star on the
Its
ground.
purpose?
And the stars there is a pretty big clue. But yeah, those 3 pop-ups mean there would have been at least 3 different songs this episode alone.
Look what I found.
I found this piece of paper.
Then let me read it! Could I read it? So... Finders Keepers, we did that. Finders Keepers means Prescott found one piece, Sophia found the other. The writing shall enlighten the weapon and symbols of good. Weapons and symbols of good. Even clicking like this is getting us killed.
No. I will use this later.
No, not immediately.
No, this is not the time. No, this is not the time.
No, not immediately.
You get like no time to figure stuff out. It worked! The load worked! The load actually works! Okay, that changes everything. The loads work in this one.
No, this is not the time.
No, not immediately.
No. I will use this later.
Did we put them in his hands?
No, this is not the time.
No, not immediately.
No. I will use this later.
Did we put them on the ground? We're just gonna rack up so many deaths, but it's okay because the loads work. Illuminate?
Blast my light! A message in invisible ink!
Okay. By the Guardian's sacrifice, the stone shall reveal the final truth.
The Guardian. That must be the evil entity roaming these caves.
Yes, I feel it coming closer.
And then what? Help me out. Weapons and symbols of good.
No, this is not the time.
No, not immediately.
No, this is not the time.
No, not immediately.
Book now?
I found this in the villa. It is the famous Book of Seth. I believe that it holds the key to the mystery.
Perform this rite. Now I get to read it. To destroy a servant of the Great Old Ones. I don't see any turn page icon. How do I perform this rite? Died reading a book. Wait. That just got me back. So is it that the saves work, or is it that hitting load just takes you back to where you were? It resets everything. Okay, but really, I'm not going to count this because I'm not seeing a way to actually open the book. Oh, there's a button. I mean, you want to turn the page, right? So you think, is it going to be on the edge of the page or what? I'm going to mulligan that because that's a weird place to put the page turn icon. He who would destroy a servant of the Great Old Ones to appropriate its substance shall secure the assistance of a maiden prophetess, there's Ophelia, and a man of pure heart. Let's pretend that's Prescott. The woman shall wield the dagger of Malhazaret, with which a wizard shall have been killed. Oh, that's gonna be Alvin, whatever his name was. Albert Calvin, whatever his name was. The man shall hold the idol of Caligoth, the elder god. In the servant's presence, Caligoth's power shall possess the dagger, which shall strike the creature's heart 3 times. You could...
No, this is not the time.
The dagger. I found it in the villa.
So you do get it. It just has to be perfect order.
Prescott, trust me and hold this for a moment.
This is preposterous. All of it.
And now we have to hit the creature's heart. Or his abs. I missed! There's 1. 2. And that is game beaten.
Well done, partners. You have released the power of the stone. As it was written, so it is done. Yes, everything was predetermined. You were puppets in my hands. Free will. Such illusions. And the joke played on all of creation.
Then credits.
I have finished reading your journal, Mrs. McDermott. Now, if I understand correctly, we never have any choice, and whatever we do, influencing the outcome is beyond our power.
No, my young friend.
Oh, Ophelia.
The lie is far more subtle than you think. Let's just say that the Cardinal was allowed to deceive us. It was just part of the game, which was far from over. I have another journal, if you're interested.
But you have to come back sometime. Visiting hours are over.
Yet another musical change. And yeah, that's it for season 1. When you're a kid and it's all brand new and spooky, and there aren't many games on the internet yet, you know, this takes a while. But much like King and Dragon Pass, gaming has advanced since, so the puzzles are somewhat simple. Especially if you don't overclick too much, which you will as a kid. But it's not too bad. The lows don't perfectly work, but they are made better by taking you back to where you were. I guess functionally, all the load button does now is gets rid of the game over screen and resets your allowance. Guy Boucher did so much. Original concept, script. I want to know what's it going to take to get Guy Boucher to reboot this series. I mean, I won't fault the guy, right? You know, he's older now. It's not exactly the Frontier days when he first made these games. Probably made some decent scratch off the licensed stuff, the licensed mobile stuff. So he's probably comfortable. His pictures online look happy, smiling and all that. So, you know, if you're in a comfortable position in life, and you want to be comfortable, more power to you. But this story demands conclusion. It really does. I'm actually surprised it's only took 2 hours. Because even just one episode would be an all-day affair when I was playing this as a kid. With several deaths over and over to figure out the next thing. I didn't play many video games growing up. So you know, everything's a huge adventure. We could take a peek at the next one. The next season. Hold on. Does it have music? Because it's the Warner Brother days of Sarbakan. At the beginning, when the chaos existed, and the Great Old Ones ruled over the entire universe. Yeah, but the universe is like the size of an acrometer or something. But as the eons passed, new gods came into existence. Well, that's just a big bang, isn't it? An epic struggle followed. And all this would have been epic in 2001. And the Great Old Ones were stricken down and banished beyond the frontiers of the universe. Rage has consumed these great ancients ever since. And they have but one obsession. Restore their reign of chaos and terror. That should essentially be right. But insane. Actual music? Actual ambient background? So I think this is like Snoozleberg, in which the first season was like way early Frontier popular internet. Like, the net's been around since the 70s or whatever. But when I say Frontier Internet, I mean the 90s, when like everybody was slowly starting to get into it. Even in 2000s, 2003, 2004, if I made an internet reference in class, people are like, what? What is that? A smiley? What's a smiley? And now everyone's online. Everyone's very online. But 90s, late 90s, especially early 00s, is that little frontier time between only very specialized institutions have the internet to maybe Billy Hackerman, and the other side of the spectrum it's everyone on. And down in the middle, you had the 90s and the OOs. As the mainstreaming happens, but isn't there yet. Oh, choose how to play. Regular play, at your own speed. Save feature to stop in the middle of the game and start playing later, exactly where you left it. Or timed game. Compete to be the fastest player. We keep track of your time as you play the game. Check the upper left corner of the screen to see how you are doing. If you are one of the fastest players, we'll invite you to put your name on the fastest players lists. Note, the save feature is not available in this version. I have an interview up. An interview in another tab with Guy Boucher, which I will read out highlights of, either after finishing Arcane or Steppenwolf or both. Because these guys are visionaries. They knew where the industry was going. They were doing episodic before episodic was a thing. They were trying to link development with the fans in a more active way. They knew about time attacks and speedruns, and were designing towards competitive speedruns at this point. Fun mystery adventure games with speedrun aspects where you compete with others to get those highest scores, the highest times I mean. And this was 2000 and 2001. They were way ahead of the game. The game wasn't even there yet, and they were already paving stuff down. What I think what we'll do is we'll start Season 2 the next time. Want to see what else I was playing as a wee little kid at the turn of the millennium. I was playing either Arcane, just going online, right? Going online to see what games are out there, because you want to play games. You have the internet now, finally. So you're just going into search engines, looking for games, playing whatever's there. And that's why I found Arcane and got into it. And that was boom, that was my own Big Bang moment. But little tiny infant me wasn't only just playing cool mystery games. It was also stumbling upon things like Brad the Game. And oh my goodness. You wake up feeling a little dazed. It is another cold morning in the basement. The harsh sunlight of the early morning makes you squint as you lie there, pantless. Go back to sleep. Look for pants. Look around for Pam. You head up the basement stairs in search of your sister, Pam. You have many memories of Pam, and as you make your way up the rickety old basement stairs towards the kitchen, what in particular stands out? The time Pam killed your favorite pet, Wally. Merb's wedding, December 15th, 1969. The double date gone horribly wrong, resulting in your only son, Sammy. It was the mid-70s. Beyond that, you can't be more specific. Pam's best friend, Sandy, had been hot for a piece of your action since junior high school. Pam owed Sandy a favor, and so wanted to set you up on a date with her. You weren't having it. You were this close to finally scoring with your girlfriend Beverly, and no way Pam was going to screw things up for you again. You refused to date with Sandy flat out. But when Pam threw your ass flat out on the back stairs, you were forced to reconsider. After 45 minutes of bickering, your older sister Lucia proposed a solution. A double date. It was decided that Pam and her drug-dealing boyfriend Mark would accompany you and Sandy on a date. Pam promised to keep an eye on Sandy, so you reluctantly consented, thinking that at least maybe you could score some inubrious off Mark. Again, child me, I don't know what half of this means. Mark had tickets to the Electric Earwax show at the club in Boston that Friday night, and was pretty sure he can get you guys in. So that was to be the date. Didn't sound so bad after all. But things went wrong. Friday rolled around, and Mark drove everyone to the show in his psychedelic Volkswagen TM Vanagon. When you go to the doors, Mark's 2 tickets got Pam and him inside. He tried to smooth talk the bouncers, offering them some weed, but they immediately dismissed him as a lamer and pushed him aside. "Sorry, dude," Mark said to you and Sandy. Then he and Pam went inside. You and Sandy were forced to wait for them alone in the Vanagon. Right off the bat, Sandy tried getting cuddly with you, but you were too pissed off with Pam and Mark to be up for that. After a while, you started rifled through Mark's glove compartment, and under a stash of used condoms and a few discarded issues of Hot and Fat, you found a plastic bag full of the good stuff. Lighting up, you take a few drags. You soon felt a lot better about everything. Sandy wasn't too much of a square to smoke up. In fact, it made her cough for an annoying little cough. By the end, it didn't matter though. Things could be worse. By the end of the concert, you'd gone through most of the bag, and the smoke was so dense at the van you couldn't see your own nipples. Pam and Mark came back to the van, thoroughly stoned themselves. At that point, your memory's a bit hazy. You remember thinking that maybe Sandy wasn't so bad after all. As long as there's a willing woman, you might as well get in some practice. And so, the van rocked well into the morning hours. At about 9 a.m. the next morning, there was a knock at the door of the van. The windows were too steamed up to see inside or out. You heard a voice calling from outside. "Hey, Brad." It was Sandy's voice. "Sorry, I had to bail out last night, but the smoke was really too much for me. Anyhow, I just wanted you to know that Merv was looking for you. Talk to you later." Wait a second, you thought sleepily. How could I be hearing Sandy's voice outside, if she's still here sleeping next to me? And then it hit you. You looked and saw the passed-out Mark in the front seat, drool dripping from his mouth, and lying next to you, naked, your own sister Pam just coming to. "Huh?" said Pam, groggily waking up. And then it hit her. "No," she said softly. A look of utter terror came onto her face. "No!" Pam swore off drugs that very day. Fortunately, Mark didn't wake up for another 16 hours, and so the secret stayed firm between you and Pam. But Beverly found out about your date with Sandy the next day and dumped your ass cold. 9 months later, Pam gave birth to a son, Sammy Powell. And yeah, we're not going to play through Brad the game. I'm just showing off the alternative of what poor innocent child me was playing in the wild frontier days of the late 90s, early 00s internet. Because 1, nothing else was there. And 2, with nothing else there, you pull up some weird stuff. And let me tell you, child me played through that game hard. It's a terrible story, where pretty much you're just some mid-40s stoner guy who walks around in his underwear trying to score with anyone or anything who is willing. There's hilarious deaths, and there's a super secret hard mode. But like I said, there's nothing else to do, so every single ending and route was explored by a child mind that was way too young to have any business playing a game like that. But anyway, that's just a fun little side diversion. Since finished up Season 1 of Arcane today, and not going to start Season 2 until tomorrow. So, short stream? Only 2 hours, 14 minutes? But Season 1's a fairly short game. Once you get the hang of everything, and when you figure out a type of pseudo-save loading, so you don't have to repeat too much. Music, where's music? There it is. There it went. Here it is. So with that, I am going to call it a 2-hour short stream, which is okay. It's alright. Just coming back after just coming back after Dad died. So easing into it, a 2-hour stream isn't too bad. So tomorrow we'll be back to start Season 2, The Stone Circle. And it probably won't last as long. Or probably won't be as short, I mean. Sorry, complete opposite meaning. Probably won't be as short as this one was. Because Gaia Boucher gets more, what do you call it? More ambitious in the stories. Sarbakan as an entity gets more proficient technically at video games. So for now, I'm gonna toss the little host to somebody. Because, let's be honest, VOD viewers, it's not like anybody's on for this one. Well, that's alright, I haven't been around much. So, it is just going to be a host today. Fenrizon, Aquasazon, Tomasana. No, nobody else on. Even Tom's gone off. And it's only 12 noon. You know what? The Blacktastic is on. Playing charity bonus games? What you got going on? Snake's Revenge. And a 30-second ad. Well, 30-second ad aside. I'm going to toss you guys on over to the Blacktastic, because the Blacktastic is fantastic. So thanks for hanging. Tomorrow we'll start Season 2 of Arcane. Take care of yourselves, have fun, see you guys around.